Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Let me say this, that I have seen this lady called Sabina Chege protesting that she has been kicked out from the position of the Deputy Minority Whip. I have a few observations to make. But before I make those observations, I want to say this. In politics, there's what we call allegiance and loyalty. Sabina Chege is among the ladies who Azimio highly trusted. Even I know the Azimio followers highly trusted her. Why? Her political career had started sprouting because we thought she's a lady of her principles and she can stand firm and she can never be bought. But when it emerged that amepewa kagunia and she has chickened out and she has turned out now to fight Raila Odinga, I was very sorry for her. Very sorry. This is one of the women who, if she was in opposition, her career could have really become even brighter. But then choices have consequences. In politics, when you make before you make a choice, think twice on how it will affect you. A political choice, especially as a young person, make a choice that will keep you in the face of politics for a while. Raila has been in the face of politics. James Orengo has been in the face of politics. And the rest for a very long time. Why? Because of their political choices. This lady Sabina Chege has been fighting Raila. This lady Sabina Chege even had audacity to form a coup trying to take over Jubilee from the back door. I remember very well how they were sponsored to stand in public and announce. They wanted to divide Jubilee, but they failed terribly. Now, she joined Kenya Kwanza at her own will. She never consulted Raila. She never told anybody. She just woke up one morning and she joined Kenya Kwanza. So, as Azimio said, okay, it's her right, it's her choice. Let her walk where she feels like. Wakamwachilia akaenda. So, when she willingly joined Azimio, when she willingly joined Kenya Kwanza, and started fighting Raila in public by fighting maandamano, because she is quoted, she's on record fighting Raila on maandamano. When Azimio has decided to kick her out, she's crying. And this is what she's saying in Parliament.
For giving me this opportunity. And Mr. Speaker, I will say from reports that I've heard from last week from the media, I'm really shocked that a communication is done on removal of my position, a position that was negotiated by my party with the coalition partners without informing me, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. She's starting by saying that a communication has been made to kick her out of a position that was negotiated by her party to the coalition partners. Now, Sabina Chege publicly joined Kenya Kwanza against her party, because her party Jubilee belongs to Azimio legally. So when she joined Kenya Kwanza, how could a communication be made to her? Because she's on record joining Kenya Kwanza. She's on record fighting Jubilee. She's on record fighting Azimio. What did she expect? Jubilee negotiated that position on her behalf. The same party Jubilee, in consultation with the coalition party, have reached a consensus to kick her out. The same way a consensus was reached to put her in that position. The same negotiators have decided again to remove her. Where is the problem?
Without actually involving me at all, Mr. Speaker.
She's saying she was not involved. Now let me ask Sabina Chege. Mama, wakati ulitoroka kwenda Kenya Kwanza, who did you involve? From Azimio. When you woke up one morning and started abusing Raila, when you woke up one morning and started throwing stones at maandamano, when you woke up one morning and decided to join Kenya Kwanza, who did you consult? Sasa wewe unataka at you be consulted. Who did you consult first when you were joining Kenya Kwanza? Who did you consult? Sasa wewe uko na kierere ati unataka ukuwe consulted. Nonsense.
Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, in Article 47 of the Constitution, there is a provision of right of every person to administrative action that is lawful, reasonable, and procedurally fair. And under Article 236B of the Constitution provides that due process of law should be followed prior to any removal of office process being effected.
Now, this lady is saying there's a due procedure constitutionally that should be followed before she is removed. Now let me ask her, does she know there is a constitutional process that should be followed when one is jumping from one party coalition to another? Does she know? So did she follow that constitutional procedure? When she jumped from Azimio to go and support Kenya Kwanza against a party that has nominated her into office, did she know that there was a constitutional procedure, due procedure, that she was supposed to follow first before joining the Kenya Kwanza coalition where her party doesn't belong? Now she has the audacity to lecture us on constitutional procedure that should be followed before she is removed. Wanasiasa wa Kenya wanakunywanga busaa kiwango gani lakini? Wanasiasa wa Kenya wanatafunanga bangi ya wapi? Anyhow, can we listen to what she's saying?
Mr. Speaker, and so I am a member of Jubilee Party. Mr. Speaker, I can confirm to this House that we have not been called for any PG of our Jubilee Party. Neither have our coalition partners called us formally for any meeting. And so, Mr. Speaker, I feel that this is a right that has been denied. We are 28 members of this House, Mr. Speaker, and so this position is not Sabina's position, but it's a Jubilee Party position. And hence, we need, Mr. Speaker, to be consulted. Mr. Speaker, we need to be involved in any process or any decision. And Mr. Speaker, I'll only term this as harassment and intimidation from our coalition partners, Mr. Speaker. It has happened before. You remember, Mr. Speaker, when the issue of the PSC came, we even sought for some time to sit with our coalition partners. And our party, Mr. Speaker, was...
Nyamaza, hata unanikasirisha. Yani, she's terming this as an harassment. Did she know that she harassed Azimio when she joined Kenya Kwanza without consultation? Is she aware? Sabina, do you know you harassed Raila Odinga when you joined Kenya Kwanza without following due procedure? Do you know you harassed him? Do you know you harassed your party? When I look at the verified page for Jubilee, verified Facebook page, I see Jubilee in Azimio. So which Jubilee is this woman talking about? Mama nafikiria tunakula hiyo sura yake. Mama, unafikiria watu wanakula hiyo kunywa yako manyoa na mistari mbili? Yaani unafikiria watu wanakula hiyo makeup umechipaka kama sijui ni ya nini? Young lady. Hey. Wewe, you started your own grave. Please get buried into it in peace. You made your own bed. Please lie on it without complaining. Let Kenya Kwanza give you a position. But as of Azimio, since we don't eat your sura yako, what we want is fearless people who are ready to fight for the rights of Kenyans. Kwa sababu ya tamaa yako ya pesa, ulitoroka ukaenda Kenya Kwanza. Mami, stay there in peace. Stop bothering Azimio, tafadhali. The official Jubilee party we know is officially in Azimio legally. The Jubilee you are purporting to represent is in Kenya Kwanza illegally. So, is either you stop crying or come back to Azimio. And Azimio, we don't need you. Because in Azimio, we don't eat beauty. We eat competence. We eat minds. So, if you thought you are going to Kenya Kwanza with your beauty to scare Azimio that beauty has gone, Mami, we are very sorry. In Azimio, we celebrate minds. We don't celebrate beauty. In Azimio, we celebrate work. We don't celebrate slaying. In Azimio, we celebrate quality, not quantity. In Azimio, we celebrate competence. So, if you think you left Azimio, we follow you, Mami, sorry. Goodbye. Stay in Kenya Kwanza. Eat your bribe at peace. If you joined Kenya Kwanza, stay there. Inform William Ruto to give you a position. But the position that belongs to Azimio, Mami, forget about it. The position you were given, it was a privilege and a thank you from Raila Odinga to just keep your career germinating. But you urinated on it. Please, Mami, we are taking that position so that it can be cleansed and given to a competent mind. Unanipata? All these rants you are making in parliament cannot help you. All these noises you are making in the parliament cannot help you. The deputy minority whip position was a privilege to you and not a right. You were given because you were young. And Raila trusted you as a young lady who is growing in politics. But you chose money instead of competence. Kindly swallow your pride in peace. As for Azimio, goodbye. God bless you. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen.